Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Yvonne Wema and today I'll be showing you how to achieve this hairstyle. I used fluffy kinking color 350, that one is ginger, and I ended up cutting the hair into half starting from the back, and then when I went to the front I didn't cut the hair. I'll be showing you the process. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in, and I really hope that you will understand each and every detail about this tutorial and it will encourage you to actually try it out. Keep watching. And also, when using these fluffy kinking hair, make sure you cut off the ends before unraveling because it just makes the work easier when you do that. And as I had mentioned earlier, I cut the hair in half and crocheted at the back only because I was thinking like I'll end up trimming, and when you trim the hair, you end up cutting a lot of the hair at the back. So I never wanted to lose too much hair. So I decided to just cut off the back, and then at the middle is where I started crocheting the hair in full without cutting. I did the normal crochet method where you're just taking your hook, pull it to the other side, take the hair, close the hook, pull it to this other side, remove and tie a knot. And as I went on forward at the front, I did the invisible crochet, and I will advise you to use that method. I didn't use the invisible crochet all around because I felt like it will take time, and it's Mali hair, so no one is going to see the middle side or the back side. So just to save on time, I was just using the normal, and then at the front I was using the invisible so that it can hide my cornrows at the front and make the hairline seamless. It looks like ginger, you know that thing. Yeah, I'm gonna show you the hack, so keep watching. And so here comes the hack on what I did at the front. You start by pulling the crochet to the other side, insert the hair, pull one strand of hair, and then pull the other strand. Make sure it's the other strand, and then you tie the knot. So it's just pulling this hair and the other hair, and then you tie a knot. I repeat again, you take one strand, as you can see, and then the other strand. There's also this method that you just take only one strand, you just pull it twice. I've used both methods and I can't really tell the difference to it, but I feel this one is much better because it seals off the cornrows, like you just can't see the cornrows. And when it comes to brushing off at the front, it's so much easier compared to just taking one strand and pulling it twice or thrice. And so the next step is brushing off the Mali hair forward. And make sure you don't mess up with your hairline, and then you come saying this is not a protective hairstyle. As you can see, I'm just taking the ginger hair, let me just say the ginger hair, and I'm brushing it forward, like just upwards. I'm not even touching the cornrows. It's less painful when you do this way, and make sure you see what you're doing so that you can see how much hair you're pulling. For me, I start with the hard brush and then I finish it off with a soft brush, and I will advise you take your time with this. It's not a 1 minute job, mostly if you like perfecting your work. And adding the fact that it was a different color, trust me, it did take some time, but definitely worth it. this is what you're having immediately you're done. You'll be having this shaggy look, and as you can see, the back, it's not that too much hair, so I don't really need that much of a trimming. And yeah, I'm impressed. I like that I saved hair, and I ended up using 1 pack, which is really quite impressive because it looks like too much hair. It is too much hair actually. So I'm gonna be doing the trimming, and then we go right into curling the hair. And as we continue, if you find this video helpful and you want to see more of this content, subscribe to my YouTube channel and you'll be receiving more of hair content ideas weekly. And also, if you like any part about this video, express it by hitting that like button. Thank you. One tip I can give you about braiding the hair: make sure it is tight. Make sure there's no breathing gaps anywhere. The tighter the braiding, the tighter the curls, and the more long lasting these curls are gonna be. And also, don't do jumbo braids here. Just take small portions of hair, because when you do the jumbo braiding, when you do like huge braids, it's gonna be making your curls loose. At the front, I actually made my braids much more thinner, so the curls were more defined. So 2 tips over here: make sure the braiding is tight as it can be. We are talking about Mali hair. It's actually so hard dipping Mali hair. I don't know what's the issue with this hair, but anyway, it's hard and it's also easy depending on the technique. But this technique, in where we're just braiding the hair, ensure that they are tight. And when you're done with the braiding, you're going to be taking your palm rods and then rolling up the hair. Not too much, just at the ends. I don't know the science behind this. I don't know where we're just curling the ends only. But I feel like it becomes more defined. And then at the front, it becomes like shaggy and curly. Anyways, I feel like the next time I'm just going to be using palm rods only, so that you can see how it's going to be looking. It will give wand curls, which is actually better, if I can say. But I also loved this look, not gonna lie. I love this look, and this is what I did to my whole head, and it took me like 6 hours to complete this hairstyle, and this was my final look. I looked so good. I loved the hair color on Ginger. Look at the front. I know you can see the dark color, but not gonna worry, as long as you don't see the cornrows, it's fine by me. Thank you so much for watching up until the end. I really hope that you've understood each and every detail about this hair. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button.